Hi everyone, it's Kay here. Today I'm going to be doing some stacked pockets as part of Jen's Arty Inclinations, and I'll put her link below. She showed how to do a stacked pockets, but she used a text page. But because I've got quite a few vintage elements, I would like to try and make them using some retro patterns, because for my junk journal, for my golden book journals and my retro journals that I'm doing as well. So just to sort of do it a little bit differently rather than using a text page. So I don't know how I'm going to go because it looked really easy doing a text page. It probably would have been a lot easier if I'd done a text page, but it has to be something totally different. So I might just do one on camera and see how it goes. Oh, let's just go. It's so dry. It's sticky, but it's just dry. I've been used for a while. Might try this with glue. It's weird weather here today. It's just sort of not there's cold changes come, but I wouldn't say it was cold. It was cooler, but still very quite warm today. So I apologise. I've taken the inspiration from you, Jen, but if I'm not doing any of the things that you say, it's because I need to have it in front of me, and I don't know whether that will work, having whether that would interfere with what I'm filming, like having this. That's just weird. Whether that would actually work. I'm sure it probably would if I had my tablet next to me showing me how to do this. So anyway, we'll have a go. So I'm not really sure how long these papers actually are. Let's have a look. 11 inches, so 3s into 11 doesn't go, so I'll be in 3. Because I've got these, I'm going to use these as the backdrop kind of thing. Put them on there. If I measured that, probably would be a better idea, wouldn't it, really? I know that Jen did a rolled pocket thing, but I just need to measure it to see how much I need to cut it first. 4.5 maybe. See how I go. 4.5. 4.5. And then to give it, I could have just not stuck the back on, couldn't I? Just done it on one side. I think it was to give it strength, but maybe if I just rolled it up, it wouldn't. Isn't that a waste of paper? Maybe I could have just used a plank. Okay, so you can't see it. Does that work? I don't know. Let's have a look. Fold it over. Fold it over to create a tube. So you don't really need to glue that down, Kay. Oh, that was a bit pointless. Waste of glue. So you can do it that way. And then you can make your pockets like that. Well, that works. And it's probably not even straight, but let's have a look. I'm just trying to match it up with the patterns that's there. Just trying to sort of see if there's a straight here. Just trying to work out where the pattern is. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. And I can do a pocket there, but that means that I've got all this, so I'll have to do some narrow ones as well, I think, maybe to do, so I've got the pockets there, and then I can ink the sides to get rid of the whiteness of this backdrop that I'm using, or I could just use another paper and cover it over, but I wanted the white because I think that for retro it's good to have a little bit of white. So let's do another one of those. Let's see if I can just do it right this time. I'm not even measuring here, that's waffle cake. Just having a wild guess. Does it really matter if you don't measure? Probably, because it means it will be uneven. No, straight away, that's not straight. That's just not straight. Because I folded it along here again, didn't I? Too much on one side. Maybe I should measure it. 1, 2, then you can do a third one there. So let's do another one again. Should I actually measure it this time, Kay? Just put it on the line there, might help. And go up to that line there and go down like that. Oh, and don't have to fuss and bother about that one. Let's hopefully this time it'll stick down. I got this from a paper pad from Spotlight, and didn't cost me very much. I got a whole heap of papers. I bought it for my golden book retro journals to give it that pop of colour. Oop. Still glue on there from last time, that's good. Hope you're all doing well. Seem to have got over the worst of my dizziness. I still can't you know, look down for long periods of time, or like say look at the ceiling, which is not something I wouldn't do all the time, but I have to admit that when I'm trying to look down to pick up something that's not causing me to feel a bit dizzy. So I don't think it's vertigo, because I've had vertigo before, just not sure what's going on. So gonna get it checked out to see if there's something giving me this dizziness. Right, and my shoulder, get my shoulder looked at, because even though I had a cortisone injection last time because I had bursitis, it's just still bothering me lots. I reckon that will just use that as a template to measure. They're not the same. You will. Don't think it really matters. It's not obviously different. Might do the big one down the bottom. Another one's there. And another one there. Just need to do a little bit of a hole. I'm not very good at judging this one, so excuse me. I'm just realising he's emptying. One stuck. Alright, let's have a look. About the middle? Is that about the middle? Hopefully don't go over the other one that's there. And one more. Keep still, keep still, keep still. Okay. But do I want to ink it? What colour would I ink it, Kay? Could use, it's retro, so do I want to use a different colour or red? Use red, let's make it more red. Blue. Should have gone out before, but didn't, of course. Red. I don't have a lot of ink pads, so it's easy to find what I'm looking for because there's not a lot to choose from. I've just got to find a sponge. Got sponges everywhere here in a moment. This says there's pink, but who doesn't matter, it's close enough. Does it sort of show up a little bit, do you think? Or do you reckon it should be something another colour? Doesn't really show, does it really? The red. Not too sure what colour to use. Maybe I should use a brown or black maybe. Maybe use black. Black soot. Jen said something about mass making. I'm so slow when it comes to doing this sort of stuff. Well, I'll try not to be, but I think this sort of thing, the inking and that sort of stuff takes a while. And probably didn't need to do it in front of you guys and girls. I shouldn't say guys and girls because it's very American of me. No apologies to many Americans, but being an Australian probably would be better to say you use people. Not that I actually use the word. Okay, now, and then what I could do is then make sure that I sewed it up afterwards to make sure that all these things were, see, I haven't stuck down very well at the sides for some of them. That's not stuck down, for instance, that one's not stuck down. So I'll do that, sew them all afterwards, after I've done a few. Now that's not very straight, is it? Didn't do it very straight. I was watching somebody on YouTube this morning, and her husband did a voiceover. It cracked me up because she was distressing the edges with vintage photo, and she was still doing the activities, but he was doing the voiceover because her voice was going. And he called it. It was so funny. It just cracked me up. Yeah, it's a novel idea that if you gave it to a toddler and just give it the stain you needed. I thought that was funny. It was so funny. Her name is Chasing Retro, and she does a lot of retro. John, she's doing little women ones at the moment. That's not very straight either. It's shocking cutting, Kay. Absolutely shocking. And it won't be very even because I didn't measure it, did I? Oh well. And one at the top. And if I ink in between, I probably should have inked the background first, created the background first. Probably. Just don't think of these things at the time when I'm making stuff. So much to learn about junk journals. I'm still learning lots of things about it. So there's your 3 pockets, and I'm going to do the same for some other papers like this one and this one, which I thought could be really good because I think this is a bit more, not quite so retro, and it could be used for a variety of journals as well. because I tend to use collections. It's good to have a bit of variety, not just all vintage. So see if I can get this toned down a bit. So even though I've only done one mass make, yes, it's because I didn't do the backgrounds first. It probably would have been a lot easier if I'd used a text background. Maybe a modern text, like a, could do that for the other ones, I suppose. But to make life hard for myself and do it the wrong way around, wrong way around. Sorry, excuse me. Feeling a bit warm, so this might be the only one I do. I might do some more off camera and it's a bit too hot in here. Although I got my window open, it's just the light and everything just makes it hot. Because it is warm, the glue is drying so quickly, it's not sticking. Just not sticking. Just not sticking. Try that. Hold it down for a second or two. And to make that a bit more, like I said, I should have done this first. And I just did not think of it. Just use a bit of stamping. That's looking a lot better, isn't it, really? And then you can make some ephemera to go in there, or have put ephemera in there you've already made. When I was feeling a little bit dizzy and feeling a bit yucky, I just did a few at a time, decorated some pre-loved tags I bought from somebody else. She'd already made them and didn't want them anymore, and I just put some of my own decorations on them that I wanted to because she'd just basically done the backgrounds and not a lot of other things. So I'm going to leave it like that, because then I could decorate it with whatever journal I'm going to use it for, so it'll be like a generic thing for now. And thanks, Jen, for showing us how to do those, and I really appreciate you doing this JJ weekly-ish thing for us to join in with if we want to. And I'm going to be doing a few more, and we'll see you again another time. Bye-bye. Nearly went then. Just remembered, without even looking at the video, this is supposed to be a stacked pocket, not just pockets, stacked pockets. So you fit them inside each other. That's why you ink them, you dill cake. That's alright, easily fixed, just as well, because any mistakes can be hidden. So when I pulled it up, it just looked alright. Just gotta re-glue them. On the edges here, but not obviously at the top, because that's where the pocket is, but it's just not gluing very well today because it's a bit warm-ish. So did I cut that straight? Probably not. So look. No. So still got some ink from the last inking, so that's alright. And I'm going to put some post stitch around there now. It'll be even better. So I'll do that again. Not today or tomorrow, because looking after our grandsons tomorrow for school holidays. And because they go to speech, and it's just easier to have them here for the day. But so just I did these ones a bit differently rather than the roll. Sorry Jen, but I couldn't work out how to do the roll that way around. Oh well. What's the saying? Rome wasn't built in a day. And for this background I used these little tiny stamps that I got. Do you see them? Aren't they lovely? And I know that I stamped a whole heap of them, but I've probably put them away somewhere, and I can't really remember where I've put them. I think I need to stop getting stuff for a while anyway. I think the trouble is that when you start hunting for junk journal stuff, you sort of, it's the sort of like, oh, the thrill of the looking, and is it thrill? Yes, well, the enjoyment. I like looking and looking at things, and then thinking, oh yes, I'll have that. But I've got to be realistic and stop. Things need to stop for a bit. If I can restrain myself from going, because it's that sort of like me time thing. And the last one. I'm not gluing anything down just yet, just making sure everything's going to fit. That's not straight. So well, I'm using twisted citron. Citron. It's a car. Citron. I won't glue this one down either. And I should have done a roll, but I couldn't quite work out, because I think the roll is probably more sturdy, like Jen showed, and this is not quite as sturdy, but so it's okay. Just have to remember that when I put my ephemera in there. Like I said, if we just do a few and then pop them away in the cupboard, in my ephemera box or whatever, then I can just pull them out when you need to use them, and Bob's your uncle, as they say. I'd love to know who's sort of that same Bob's your uncle, because Bob was my uncle. Oh. Anyway, that's besides the point. And I know that these journal cards are too big, these backgrounds, but now it's alright because I can use them for something else. Make a little tags maybe. Put the other one somewhere. Where did I put the other one? Underneath my, oh here, see, here's what I cut off. I could make a little journaling Maybe we'll remove the tuck spot from that one. So easy. Don't look at my mistakes. Cut the paper all wrong, I tell you. As you can see, I'm still not up to speed with all this sort of stuff, but I enjoy making them, and I'm sure you can do a better job than me of making them. It's just a look at Jen's channel. Like I said, I'll put her links below, and let's see how she did him. She did them. I need to cut that off as well. What do I do with my roller? There it is. Could use a trimmer, I suppose, but and look, another little tuck spot. But I just need to put a little bit of stamping in there. I should have done it before. I should have looked at it before and done it. Perfect. Just a bit of inking and we were done. This time we are done. Because I'm starting to perspire. Got a fan on, but it has got cooler, but I'm still really, really hot. So, stacked pockets. Thank you, Jen, again, for showing us how to do those, and we'll catch you again next time. This time we're saying goodbye for sure. Bye-bye.